Hey guys, it's Nia, and today I'm going to be discussing Allegiant by Veronica Roth, the third and final book in the Divergent trilogy. So if you haven't read Allegiant or the first two books in the Divergent series, I'd recommend not watching this video and going and reading them, and then coming back and watching this video, because it is going to be spoilers everywhere. And I really don't want to ruin it for you. So please stop watching this video if you haven't read this book yet. Okay, bye! Okay, so I'm assuming that everyone that's still watching has read this book. And, okay, forewarning, if I start to cry, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't edit my videos. I do it all in one take. And I don't have a script, I just have notes. So if I look down like this, I'm looking at my notes that are standing there. So it was a Saturday before the Tuesday that Allegiant came out, and I finished it on that Thursday. But on that Saturday, I was scrolling on Twitter, you know, like I do, and I saw this tweet. And it said, "She was the first jumper. OMG, tearing up during epilogue of Allegiant." And I thought it said epilogue of Insurgent, and so I was like, what? That didn't happen. And so I reread the tweet, and I realized that it said Allegiant, and I was like, no, you just spoiled it for me. You didn't just do that. Oh my god. I was really quite angry. I unfollowed that person and I blocked that person. So yeah, sorry I didn't know what happened, which makes me sad, but it's okay, because I was still really sad when I got to that point. It kind of still like hit me in the face, you know. I didn't know Trish was gonna die, but whatever. One of my theories was that, I think this was everyone's theory, one of their theories was that Trish was actually Janine's daughter. That was one of my theories, because throughout the entire series, you hear people tell Trish that she looks nothing like her mother. You discover that Trish has like gray-blue sea eyes, and then so does Janine. And so I was like, her father's from Erudite too. It all clicks, but that didn't happen, and I'm really glad that didn't happen, because I would have been really disappointed if that was true. Yeah, so I'm really glad that didn't happen, but everything else was kind of predictable. It was all kind of confusing to me as well, like, so I'm still really confused. They put people in, what? I'm really confused still. I keep saying that. They just, like, they took people, this is what I gathered, and they put them in, like, areas, and they, like, altered them in a certain way. I don't know if that happened or not. See, that's how confused I am. That's the main reason why this book isn't a 5 out of 5 stars for me, is because of how confused I was. And there was, like, 4 different things going on throughout this entire book. There was the burrow, sorry, I pronounced it wrong, plan, and then there was Nita's plans, and then there was Trish's plans, and then there was Tobias's plans. And they're all, like, against and, like, crossing and together, and I was really confused, and I'm still really confused. I don't really know what was going on, to be honest, throughout the entire book. And it really didn't help that I was confused, and there was no action. In Divergent, every single page was action. I couldn't put that book down. I read it in like a day and a half, which is a lot for me at the time. And I couldn't put it down. Non-stop reading. You know. And then Insurgent was a little slower, but it was still like, I think I read that book in one sitting. Like, I just read all day and all night. I pulled an all-nighter reading it, just because I was like, what happens next? Like, that kind of thing. So much action. And in Allegiant, there was no action until, like, Triss goes into the, goes to the death serum. Ultimately, that's the only scene that had action for me, I thought. So the first book was boring, and I was confused, and Tobias's, his point of view was so annoying. I didn't like reading it. I just skim read most of it because he was just really annoying throughout this book, and I think throughout the series he got more and more annoying, honestly. Because this book he was complaining that he's not really divergent, but yet he has like all the qualities of a divergent person, but he was complaining because he's not actually divergent. Like, shut up. And switching off between Triss and Tobias's points of views, I felt like they were the same. Just Tobias was more boring point of view than Triss's. Like, I remember one part, I was reading it. This happened quite frequently throughout the book. And it was someone's point of view. I didn't know who. I was confused. And they were talking about how their mom and them used to sit out in the yard and wait for Marcus to come home. And I thought it was Triss's point of view. So I was like, why is Natalie and Triss waiting for Marcus to get home? Like, what? And then I'd have to go back and I'd be like, oh, it's Tobias' point of view. And then I just like read it really fast to go back to Triss's point of view. So if it was all written from Triss's point of view, I think that the book would have been a lot better as well than the fact that it's written from both of their point of views. And I thought I was questioning. I thought that 4 would cheat on Triss with Nita. And if that would have happened, I probably would have set the book down and probably not picked it up for a while because I would have been so frustrated. But he didn't. Thank God. But he didn't listen to Triss. And he's basically the one that killed Uriah. Which makes me really sad. But Triss was... I really liked the parts where Triss was mad at 4. In Insurgent, when Triss was mad at 4 throughout parts of it, I was like, is that really necessary? Like, do you need to be mad at him? No. But in this, I was like, you go, girl. You flirt with Matthew in front of 4. You go, man. So I was really glad that happened. And the world, I don't think, like, there's no closure on the world. I'm still kind of confused on how it ended. Like, I don't know, is like genetically pure people and genetically damaged people, are they living together now? Like, is it what? I don't know. I was really confused. So this is because I can only have certain length of videos. So this is part 1. I'll be uploading part 2 soon. So yeah, okay. Bye. I'll be right back.